if you're going to the market right now, my strong advice to you is not to try to chase that number that it was. You have to be realistic, especially with all the additional inventory that's available for sale right now. You have to be very realistic with what you're going to be able to get for your property. Hey everybody, it's Hussein Cavani, your favorite broker. I want to talk to you about what it takes to sell your house in today's market. And it's much different than how it worked even 3 months ago. So in today's market, if you are a seller, here's what I would kind of do to help make sure that you're gonna get the most amount of money for your house and not be on the market forever. Setting the expectations right from up front is very important at this time, okay? So basically, days on market. When we were in the previous market, you could pretty much time it to your watch. You could say that, hey, in 5 to 7 days, it's gonna be sold. Right now, guys, I have to tell you that there is a possibility that your house is going to sell within a week, but chances are that the house is probably going to be on the market for 30 to 60 days. There's just a lot more inventory. Just to recap the inventory number very quickly, at the beginning of January, throughout the Toronto Real Estate Board, we had about 3,400 listings available for sale. Right now, we have 15,000, okay? So buyers have a lot more choices right now. So just keep in mind that your days on market are gonna be higher. To come to the more important thing right now, and that's on the minds of sellers mostly, is the price that you're gonna get for your property. Unfortunately, if you weren't a seller February, kind of getting into the beginning of March, you've basically missed out on the highest point of the market. Don't feel so bad. It's very hard to calculate where that point is gonna come, but that's where it did, okay? So middle of Feb to beginning of March, that was kind of the high point in the real estate market. You know, we had a listing on the market, and I don't wanna get into too much detail about it, but around the end of March, we were basically getting somewhere around $1.3 million for that property. Fast forward almost 2 months, we've basically seen that property sell for $1,150,000. So we're basically looking at around a 12% decrease in price. And for 2 months to lose $150,000, it is a big number. But if you're going to the market right now, my strong advice to you is not to try to chase that number that it was. You have to be realistic, especially with all the additional inventory that's available for sale right now. You have to be very realistic with what you're going to be able to get for your property. When it comes to pricing, there's still a couple of different strategies, okay? People are pricing houses when they initially list it below the market value, trying to see if they can generate a multiple offer. I would love to be on this video and tell you I'm not guilty of doing that, but I am, okay? Because there's still a FOMO of kind of saying that, hey, if I do it this way, there is a chance that I could find somebody that, you know, just loves the property and doesn't want to lose out on it and is going to pay the moon for it still. There's still a very small chance of that happening. Is it a huge chance? No. If I went with that strategy, I would already tell my seller that, hey, there's a huge chance that this property is not going to sell on that offer presentation day, and we have to be ready with our backup plan. What's our backup plan? To be knowing where the value of that property actually is and being able to price it right there, right away of where that value is, okay? That's the main thing right now, is to be able to price the property the right way. The other thing also is to monitor market activity. Now, there are people that have probably committed to purchasing real estate at a higher end in the market, okay? So if they've purchased real estate in that mid-Feb, kind of beginning of March timeframe, and they're still kind of on the market, they're probably gonna be getting pretty desperate right now. I'm not saying that's across the board, but chances are that's probably what's gonna happen. And we're probably gonna see these people continue to drop the price. I would suggest that if you're on the market and you already tried this offer presentation thing, it hasn't worked out, and you're gonna go up to a realistic market value, I would say that you have to continue to monitor the market and see where the market is going, and to make maybe smaller changes in your listing price versus having to do a dramatic drop all at once, okay? So you gotta constantly be monitoring the market and seeing where things are selling for, and trying to make yourself look as attractive as possible on the market. Now, look, easy for me to tell you in theory this is what you're supposed to do, but emotions get involved, and everyone thinks that they have the best house, and I don't blame them, okay? They're really proud of their homes, and I think that's the attitude that they should have. But at the same time, when we're in a market where it's uncertain about where it's going, and we've seen a 12-ish% drop in 2 months, is it possible that it could drop another 5%? I think that is a possibility that it could happen. So if you're willing to lose possibly another $50,000 in the next month or 2 months or something else like that, then maybe that's a gamble you want to take. But if you're basically going to be content with what you get and you know what you're going to be able to get and move forward, I say that if you still have to make a purchase, you're probably going to be saving on the other side at the same time. Also, I just want to add in, it's not directly related to this video, but the things have changed right now, okay? So if you approached me 3 months ago, 4 months ago and said, hey, I need to buy and sell, I would definitely tell you that we need to go on the market and we need to purchase a property first and then turn around and sell yours right away. In my opinion, I don't think that you should be doing that anymore. I think that first you got to evaluate what the properties are out there that you like, and if there is a bunch of them, I think that you really should be selling your house first and then continuing to buy. That's kind of the way I would position my buyers and sellers in the market right now, especially with the sellers right now. I think you really have to have a realistic approach, and you always have to be calculating and saying, hey, can the market go down another 5%? I think it's possible. Can it go down another 10%? I don't think it's going to happen, but there is a possibility of it happening. So I think you got to basically be comfortable with where you are. And at the end of all of this video, the main key here is price is going to be your best friend. You got to be able to price that thing the right way and get off the market as quick as possible. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and this is where I need your help. I really would appreciate it if you could like the video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to our awesome YouTube channel. Until next time, remember one thing, get Cabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.